Welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast Show. It's episode 46 and it's July 4th, 2011. Hi and welcome to the Monster Hunter Podcast. I'm Christian from Game Design Scrapbook.
Hey everyone, this is Social Dissonance, also known as Shepard from socialdissonance.com.
Hello, this is Noxella, also from socialdissonance.com.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And my name is Nick.
That's right.
My name is Nick.
Hi,
You'll
Nick.
have to excuse me. Bob has kidnapped my Wiimote and won't let me go until I feed him and clean his toilet.
Is Bob frequently playing on your account on the Wii?
Yes.
Explains a lot of what's been happening on a podcast.
Yeah, that's why he died last week.
Oh, no,
Or-
Bob
or-
does die.
Or maybe
When Bob's dying, I don't die.
yeah, that's why Nick was never dying, because that was always Bob.
Yeah, he finally got his hands on the controller and he died.
You must consider that Bob is a born hunter.
Well, I mean, household cats are among the best hunters in the world.
Probably. And they're not even using any weapons and stuff like that.
Just their mitts.
And they're just doing gestures and stuff like that. Anyway, so Nick is not in our chat room right now because we have yet another wonderful guest with us today. We have Bob the cat for once, but we also have Anna from the Barroth blog. How are you, Anna?
Good. Also, Gunthera1 on Twitter and various places online.
Oh yes.
If anybody wants to look me up.
Yeah, there'll be a full rundown in the YouTube description.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So it's very nice to have you here with us, especially because so far this has been a very sad boy club, and we've been longing to have some female companionship as well. So it's a pleasure to greet you among the circles of hunters. Anna has been you've been playing the game not too long. Is that right?
Yeah, I only have about 40 hours into the game, and I'm only HR 10, so mainly been doing single player offline rather than the multiplayer. So only now starting to get into the multiplayer with some friends.
That's pretty normal, though. I think for the most part, most of the people that at least had this as their first entry try to get through the single player first. Only because I don't want to say it holds your hand a bit more, but you have a lot more support. And at least if you're going in by yourself online, you're going to be getting like completely stomped.
Yeah, and I was also playing the offline first because I was kind of feeling bad, if I didn't understand something, then to hold like an entire team back just because I don't understand how the game works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But of course, really, for the most part, 90% of people online aren't going to mind as long as you aren't just running into the monster and dying 3 times in a row.
Yeah. The online stuff that is happening is really crazy. Anyway, so we are going to fight low-rank monsters today, but in order to spice things up a little bit, we decided to wear a little bit crazy armor. So all of us, at least the regular podcast guys, are wearing our alloy armor, and we are carrying rusted weapons. Something a lot of our listeners have requested as a challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun setup. I mean, these are essentially the equivalent of rank 1 weapons. Maybe even worse, I mean, if you consider the fact that they have negative 50% affinity with our armor sets. It could be worse.
I'm pretty sure
Not really. Not really. This is pretty much as bad as you get.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get slaughtered.
No! How dare you?
The first monster we're going to fight is a Raytheon, and Anna, you have been having a couple of troubles with fighting a Raytheon. Is that right?
Well, the only time that I've really seen a Raytheon is when I'm hunting something else, and all of a sudden the Raytheon appears to bother me while I'm trying to do this other quest.
Yes.
And every time that's happened, I have quickly died.
It's probably the when you fight the Quropeco, he'll summon her, right?
No, sometimes she also appears like spontaneously, like basically like Devil Joe.
I'm not sure in many offline missions. Oh, but you mean online? Yeah, she'll show up
online.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I was trying to capture a Royal Ludra the other night, and she appeared.
That's not
Well, now we are here to make sure that that she will kill even more people.
That's what we want?
I don't know. No, we certainly don't want that.
We just expect it.
Yeah, I'm a German. You know, I have to expect the worst.
Oh God.
You're being realistic.
Something's
Wow, that was fast.
She's
Hello.
must be exhausted.
Oh, she's already here. Okay. So I'm using a rusted weapon. When I sharpen it, it's still red. Is that normal?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You were supposed to upgrade it just a tiny, tiny bit.
What? Nobody told me that. We have to work on our communication skills.
I already sent it for the counseling Christian.
This is bouncing.
This is all in the listening department. Listening.
This is bouncing.
Oh yeah, it'll bounce.
Wait a minute. If I upgrade, it's not rusted.
You'll
anymore.
have normal sharpness. You'll have yellow sharpness, which is something. It's not particularly great.
But then it's not rusted anymore.
No, it's still rusted. Uh-oh.
See, I'm always in the most hardcore from this podcast. Nobody knows that.
I told you I was Christian. Christian is another word for hardcore.
That's right, in German.
You decided to really take on the challenge.
Yeah. I always went naked, but then I decided, it fits better from the colors to what the other guys are wearing. So Anna, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, for the longest time you've been wearing nothing but jaggy armor, anyways, which is basically kind of like alloy armor in some way.
Yeah, and it was like totally intentional. It was not because I didn't have the time to grind anything else. Of course not. No. Okay, so Anna, how about you tell us something about what the Border House is?
Well, the Border House, the point of it is to create an inclusive community for people that in other gaming communities don't feel like they're represented or have a really good place in there. So it's a feminist blog, but we talk about women in gaming, different sexual orientations and how they're represented in gaming, class, race, a whole slew of different topics.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why you were invited on this podcast is, for some reason, however we got in the topic, I think it started with Brad Galloway. We started discussing disabled gamers and gaming this past couple weeks. And Nick is like, hey, why not just get somebody from the Border House on here? Because she's probably down with that.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
Some of the first few posts that I ever did on Border House dealt with caption size and font size in games. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big issue for the introduction of many of the high-definition consoles, and that many of them assumed you would have a high-definition television. And unless you really had, 2010 vision, you were not going to read the mission status in Dead Rising.
Yeah,
just wasn't
Dead
going to
Rising
happen.
was the most awful.
Well, and even if you do have an HD TV, there's problems with the font size that shows up as. Like, for instance, in games like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, a lot of those options are written really, really tiny, and there's never an option to increase font size. And so if someone has trouble reading that, there's not much that they can really do unless they're playing on the PC and they get a mod that a player generated.
Right, yeah, because, I mean, at least in PC, even if they didn't offer a mod, you could always force it at 640 by 480 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, and a lot of players have created mods to kind of deal with these issues. Oh, I'm sorry, I just smacked somebody.
That's okay.
That's cool.
That's what happens.
Oh no.
There's actually a pretty big problem with the Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts demo.
Oh, wow.
Originally, they released it and nobody could read the very small text, so they had to re-release the demo.
Oh, the entire demo. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because a majority of the game development and design is all done on computer monitors, right? All things with enormously high resolutions. Jesus, this is like an eaten by Raytheon day? What's going on, guys?
Yeah, she's quite hungry.
I was playing the flute. A good teammate.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
I'm doing a great job at not hitting the face.
This sounds really intense. I wish I was there.
Uh-oh, save him! Save him! Ooh.
Oh.
Oh wait, I could have probably thrown these
Wow,
flash bombs. Sorry, bro.
It's
okay.
I can't remember the last time Nexella died.
Axella doesn't die. He only dies when he's trying to save people.
Nexella
yeah.
doesn't die. The game resets.
Okay,
I'm sorry. That's Keohan.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I gave the game away.
Now
Oh.
everybody knows.
So wait, we were talking about something very interesting before Keohan got eaten.
Yes, about font size.
What was it? Text size?
Font size?
Yeah, text
Banjo-Kazooie?
size in games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, one of the examples, which not exactly a font, but where I was having really troubles, and that was actually one of the first HD games I ever played, was Grand Theft Auto 4.
On the,
GTA 4, you know?
oh, that's right. That's on the 360.
Yeah,
For some
yeah.
reason I was thinking of GTA 3. What were the issues there? I never played it.
Well, most of it is okay, but there is like this tiny mini map on where you can see where what the neighborhood looks like, and the mini map has like the worst possible color choice in the world.
Activity issue worldwide.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys, we're doing it live, okay?
Yes, please. So you guys have to do it without me.
Oh,
Yeah,
did Christian drop?
Yes.
Yeah.
There must be something going on. Maybe there's another hacker attack going on in the backbone.
Ah!
Oh.
Fire! Fire bad!
Yes, fire is not
Oh, there's a puddle right over here, which
Ju-
should help a little bit.
Jump in the puddle. Communication.
Oh, I didn't
error.
know about that.
It's a little pro tip. You just tuck that in your back pocket. That's one that's free from Shepard.
This one's on us, but the next time
This one's on me. Yeah. It's gonna be a cost per. This will be a Shepard hotline. Can you imagine what would happen if I posted my
wow.
phone number on the internet?
Oh my gosh, we have to monetize this.
And there actually was my phone number on the internet for a very brief period of time, right when socialdissonance.com was registered.
Yeah, people are trying to figure out Shepard's name.
And it's like blindingly obvious. Don't tell them where they can find it, but it's
No.
like not hard.
It's in the Bible.
you have to look for the right chapter. That's right. The chapter where they're fighting monsters.
I don't know why.
It really is
Where they
the
fight
chapter-
dragons.
Yes.
Leviathan.
The book. It's in the Book of Daniel.
That's all we were going to say.
Oh boy, don't look at me, guy.
Oh, hey, no, that was really pro, actually. We're going to keep that in. Oh, he's going to flip again. One more time.
She's gonna flip again. Ooh. Don't forget, Raytheon is one of the rare female monsters in this
Few
game.
females.
I still say Fatalis is a female, but nobody remembers it.
I agree with that, man.
Fatalis?
Look, for
Fatalis
some
is a
reason,
female.
everybody is really hesitant to assign female gender to any of these monsters.
Fatalis and Lao Shenlong. That's the pair right there. They're like the Elder Dragon, Rathalos, and Rathian. But like from Monster Hunter 1 until Monster Hunter 2, or not Monster Hunter 2, Monster Hunter Freedom, I guess, on the PSP came out. It got just taken out. Nobody knows why.
Good job, Kale, huh?
You know, there's one important reason why people are not really comfortable with the female stuff in Monster Hunter, because none of the monsters is wearing like pink bows or something.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
It's like I can do it. I do it in my sleep, actually, often.
That's how the pros are doing it.
But you've been doing the last 2 weeks in your sleep.
Oh yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, Shepard had a lot of things to do.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Yeah, and also we've been working on our new website, which you can find on socialdissonance.com, where there is a... Is that right?
Let's get a drop of that about every 10 minutes.
Yeah, we
actually.
should. But no, we haven't discussed this on a podcast yet, so I thought...
Oh,
that was
yeah,
good.
it's true. I mean, it was just kind of briefly mentioned, almost as like a little Easter egg at the end of the last cast. Yeah, so what socialdissonance.com is it's a kind of like new and improved version of blog, because Blogger is really, really terrible and like not very helpful for any sort of like real community development. And so I decided to drop the amount of money necessary to create a website, so not only will I have a better place to put any sort of blog postings, but also to kind of really consolidate all of my up-to-date videos and to allow guests to comment and to even have a forum set up as well.
Yeah, there's already a forum and there are discussions going on about what to do and not to do on online quests and stuff like that. It's, I think, a very interesting thing. And there are like, you know, also articles.
Sorry, Anna. I was to say. Ooh.
So
Not really.
we are trying to start here a community. I don't know if it will work out, but if you are interested in getting in touch with other hunters, certainly that's a very good place to start. We would like you to go there and check it out and tell us what you think about it.
And I mean, in the future, worst case scenario, for whatever reason, you know, the videos are no longer on YouTube for whatever reason, I get my account disabled or something like that. You never know. This will be a place we can always go back and start finding out where I am and where my videos will be from then on.
Yes. And also, speaking of videos, we recently also figured out the problems we had with Blip TV, which is we are not going to use Blip TV anymore. So we just uploaded the videos on our web space. So if you've been following the stream, the RSS feed, and you want to download the videos on your computer to watch them later, you can do it right now. We have the videos are all up to date right now.
Yep, and yeah, and they'll all be directly on socialdissonance.com.
And also on iTunes.
And socialdissonance.com.
Which is more important than iTunes.
What's the name of that site again?
It starts with an S and ends with an oceal dissonance.
Oh, wow.
You're making it too complicated.
I also put us on every single possible social media ever
Yeah, I saw that.
in the past week.
Oh, I'm
Guys,
sorry.
we will not fail. Failure is not an option. Oh my god, just shoot me in the face.
Uh-oh.
At the very least, we'll know that Rathian will have tetanus.
No matter what, that's staying in the podcast right there.
You failed the quest?
No, we haven't failed yet.
Okay.
Look, these weapons do not do much damage, okay? Don't expect too much out of them.
So why
Oh,
did you guys...
she's ready to be captured.
Yeah,
Set
yeah,
all-
I saw that.
ZOMG.
Zong.
Why capture when you could just beat
No.
something to death with a rusty piece of metal? Okay, yeah, we'll capture it. Whatever. Who am I
So
kidding?
Christian, we're sitting over here.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
It wasn't that bad. That was only like 15 minutes. Rusted weapons.
See? It's easy. That's the way to fight a Radiant. You just take a rusted weapon.
Christian, did you upgrade your thing one time?
No, I couldn't. I don't have enough monster fluid.
Oh no!
Oh, I have tetanus now.
So how about that? How about what do you think about this game, Anna? Because I noticed on one of your recent blog postings you were talking about the absolute lack of strong female protagonist characters.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask her as well.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like the really cool question that we want to ask, and I'm just going to ask it right now because now's because, you know, I'll just do a personal story first. When I started doing my videos, this is my first character. I created a female character in this game, and usually it's like almost like a coin toss in Monster Hunter, whether I make a female or a male character. But I like having the option of a female character because, like I said, there's almost no game where you're seeing a female respectfully kicking ass, like in a way that she's not like half naked and using like millions of little ninja stars for whatever reason.
Except Metal Gear Solid 3.
Correct. Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, the boss is one of the few, and even then, you can't even really play as her.
No, she's a boss.
But I had a lot of people commenting like, "Hey, why are you playing as a girl? That's weird.
Yeah,
you're weird, weirdo."
Yeah, I find it very
strange person, weirdo.
I find it very interesting whenever people say that it's weird for guys to play as female characters, because they have no problem telling women gamers that they should be completely comfortable playing as a male character in whatever game.
Mm-hmm.
So why should it be any problem the other way around? And frankly, it's a problem the other way around if you don't think very highly of women, because then playing as a woman character is seen as a negative thing.
Wait, are you saying that characters like are you saying characters like Kratos and Marcus Phoenix aren't feminist in any way?
What?
We are. Yeah, the female. I have not played the Gears of War games, but as I understand it, the females are basically incubators for the race. So I don't know how great I feel about that representation of women.
The one representation I've always wondered. Oh, I'm sorry.
And I was going to say, if I understand correctly, the female character that's going to be in the next game is allowed to fight partially because she cannot have children.
Yeah,
oh my god!
Yeah, or at least that's kind of like.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, if you think about it, for any more than just a few seconds, it becomes really uncomfortable what they did there. So
yeah,
I don't know how I feel.
Well, as long as you have the reproductive capability of a man, you know, then fine, go ahead and fight. Like you serve no use to us.
Yeah, pretty much. Then we don't mind if you die because you can't have a kid. So.
Oh my god.
On the flip side, the main villain in the Gears of War series is actually a female.
Oh really?
And the last boss and the main villain in the first game is also a female.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
I'd wonder how they're portrayed, though. I'm playing Infamous right now, and I'm not feeling very comfortable with the way that women are portrayed in that. It's kind of like this temptress woman that's evil and seductive, and I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. So it'd be one thing if those characters existed if other characters existed as well. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have, like, a seductress or an evil temptress, but when that's the only representation, it becomes a real problem. You need to have more variety.
So
and right now, the variety is half-naked women in chainmail bikini and high heels, and that's not so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I keep wondering about is in a lot of these games, and I don't really know when it started. I want to say that it started when Gundam, the anime, first started coming around. Women are the voice of orders, like military orders, in tons and tons and tons of video games. I've always wondered kind of how to perceive that. Like, is this something that, you know, women are included, this is the only way they can be included because they're secretaries and they're relaying orders? Or is it sort of like we're ordering up, so we're giving order to society? How do you think, like, that sort of thing should be perceived?
Well, I think it very much is dependent on the situation in the game.
Yeah.
I played Vanquish recently, and there was a female character there that was giving all the orders and was sort of staying back, and she was at the computers, and she was acting as a hacker as well for the group, and that part was cool, but there were some bits with her representation that I also wasn't thrilled with. But it kind of varies. Are they there because they're competent and that's why they're giving orders, or are they there because they're not allowed to fight and they have to stay back and really they're just the secretary relaying orders?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, I would be fine with that if you had more variety, but right now we don't, and so. I really have just a problem with lack of variety in video games.
Yeah. I still think, and maybe this is kind of a loaded statement, well, maybe it's not, that the Monster Hunter is probably one of the most gender-neutral games that's out there.
So I was wondering about that, especially if you talk about outfits and skimpy outfits and, like chainmail bikinis and stuff like that. So
there's a little bit of that.
There is some difference in the male outfits and the female outfits, but for most of them, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. There are a couple that are not so grand.
Yeah, if you had played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Anna, you might have a slightly less opinion of the game.
Well, and I'm now playing Freedom Unite.
Okay, yeah.
Are you telling me that...
well, the armors are definitely...
Kieran armor.
Yeah, the Kieran armor is a little bit more of a norm in that...
They've been trying to make it. Not to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. That's cool.
But they've been trying to make it, I think, more gender neutral. Because I mean, like with Try kind of coincided with the release of like the cat anime, so that they could get Monster Hunter appealing to kids. They've slowly been doing away with like a lot of the really gendered differences in the armor sets, which you can kind of see if you go back to like Monster Hunter Dose. And all that stuff. It's kind of interesting to watch them. I think they're one of the only real franchises where they realized, if we put more variety in here, there's going to be more people out there who actually want to play our game because they actually have a chance to have a say in what they're doing, how they look, and things like that.
I'm going to do a graph, Nick, on the number of armor sets that allow you to see the female's underwear over time.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's a lot of underwear. It's like your boots cut off and then you just see underwear and you go, why? Yeah. Can I have a pair of pants? Are my thighs not something that can get hit? I don't get it.
Like, aren't I rolling around on the ground constantly? Like, isn't this a very clear and likely threat?
You would think.
See, I just think that in the Monster Hunter world, women are more badass than men, so they don't need as much armor.
They're down with it. Whatever. You're gonna see my butt? Whatever. I'll cut your head off. Deal with it.
I don't need armor there. What?
Yeah, we have to also. There's also like subtle difference, like these are games that were created in Japan, and Japan has like a very different understanding of what the role of a female is in a society. Like there's like I don't know, there's every time something comes over from Japan, there's like this huge dissonance of how women are represented in media there.
And it's weird because Japan actually makes games for women in a much more, I think, respectable way.
Yeah, exactly.
Other companies, other places do. It's just none of those games ever get translated and brought over here.
Yeah.
Which is always sort of disappointing me.
It's very strange because there's some games that are made in Japan that have really amazingly strong, wonderful female characters, and then there's some that come over and it's just all chainmail bikinis, high heels, and they're acting a way that is clearly there for the guys watching how they're acting. So
yeah, and the weird thing about that is that's, I think, supposed to be the Japanese understanding of American culture, which has always been kind of a weird thing for me to think about.
Goes on all the time over here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, my wife's wearing a chainmail bikini. What about it?
I work for a college.
Present.
That's all I see all day long.
Yeah, so for example, one of the games that came out from Japan that had like a very, very interesting approach to gender in general was Demon's Souls, which we played on a podcast. Where when you create the character there, then your gender is basically a slider.
Before the end of October, certainly.
Yeah. So there's one game where I thought, you could select your gender, and when I thought it made a very interesting difference. Anna, have you played Mass Effect?
Yes.
So have you
I
chosen?
played Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, and I love my Commander Shepard, and I can't wait to take her to Mass Effect 3.
So
Yeah, you just had a cool article on FemShep over the ages, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of like a meme on Twitter, like the FemShep tag. Like lots of people are playing a female Shepard character, and it's got so popular that I heard that BioWare is actually going to release like there's going to be like a female Shepard on the cover of Mass Effect, of one of the versions of Mass Effect.
On the Collector's Edition.
On the Collector's Edition,
On
yes.
the Collector's Edition, one half of the cover will have the male Shepard, and the other half will have the female Shepard on it.
Which I thought was great, because I was that was one of the things that surprised me when I played with a male character. But then on one of my next replays, I switched to a female character, and suddenly the entire game became so much more fun for some reason.
Well, I think a lot of it actually has to do with the voice actors.
Yes.
Jennifer Hale just does an amazing job as the female Commander Shepard.
And it's not like the male character voice acting is bad. It's just, you know, there's something special about the female voice acting in there. So that might be one aspect. Another aspect I thought was maybe that you know, Shepard, the character is doing the same things whether you're female or male. So I thought, you know, sometimes it looked like more kick-ass if it was performed by a woman. You know what I mean?
Well, and also it makes it interesting at the point when they're not really listening to Commander Shepard, and it's kind of a struggle for Commander Shepard to get any respect. It reads very differently if it's a female Shepard or a male Shepard.
Exactly, yeah.
Because, I mean, there's certain things that just start to have a little bit more significance depending on which gender you're playing as.
Yeah. So like this, because the same things are happening to them, but you start reading it very differently when your gender is different. So I thought that was very fascinating.
It adds a different subtext if you're playing as a female than as a male.
Yeah. So I remember one event what I thought was very funny was where you punch the reporter, yeah. Which when you were a male, I mean that's kind of.
It would appear everybody does that. It appears that no matter who you are, you want to punch that reporter.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you know, it was almost uncomfortable with a male character for some reason. I don't know. And
But he shouldn't really deserve it. I mean, why would anyone deserve to get punched? Like just asking you questions. I mean, you're a jerk.
yeah. But you get renegade points.
Yeah, renegade points. But yeah, because like the entire way through, like you're just mashing. Well, you wrote an article on this too, didn't you, Anna? Like difference between Mass Effect and Dragon Age's conversation wheel.
Yeah.
Where you can kind
that
of
wasn't
just.
my article, but that was on Border House.
Yeah. I was going through it recently because I knew you'd be. I do my research. I really do.
Well done.
Is he limping finally?
I think
No.
No, wait a minute. I like.
He's just sauntering away.
So, what did you guys name your Commander Shepard? Because my Commander Shepard's named Banana.
Oh gosh. Mine is Melina.
How did you get my code word there, Nick?
I do my research too.
Banana. I am a banana.
We'll just leave my name a mystery. Okay, for posterity's sake, I really did choose this name before Mass Effect came out. He took it from me.
Shepard, you really use banana?
Yes.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, like a lot of people think that Shepard, your nickname, is a reference to Mass Effect, but it's not.
It's really not. I mean, it's a amazing coincidence. I mean, and Shepard is, you know, he or she is a great character to like kind of have a nickname after, because like they are such an interesting protagonist.
Is your nickname also from the Bible?
It could be. I don't know. I really need to. Are you eating ice cream?
Nick.
Don't lie.
Close. I'm eating Lucky Charms.
During a podcast?
How dare you?
Sorry, I didn't think anyone would notice.
Of course.
Do you understand
they
how
don't
good my hearing is and how good of a set of headphones I have on right now? I can hear everything.
We've been just talking about how sensible the microphones are. They're picking up everything.
Man, I was so far away. I'm sorry. I just love Lucky Charms.
I can even smell them.
Oh, they smell delicious.
Well, I hope you brought enough to share with all the viewers.
Seriously.
I'd buy the gigantic box. I could feed probably your entire state.
But it isn't a very big state, but it does take a long time to drive across because we have a terrible highway system.
Drive in Texas. That's all I'll say.
Well, we're just straight going, isn't it?
Do anything in Texas. It's better or worse. It doesn't matter.
It's better and worse at the same time.
Yeah, it's, if it's good, then it's better in Texas. If it's worse, then it's worse. So, okay, what's this person's name? Betanier? Betanier?
That sounds about right.
Betanier?
Beton iron.
Betanier.
Okay.
They want to know about bug nets. It says, my question is about bug nets. Does the kind of bug net you use affect the percentage of the kind of bugs you will get, or is it just the durability?
Is this what my life has come to, guys?
What's the problem?
Answer my math question.
Seriously, man.
It is merely a function of how often it will break. And a mega bug net will last you a very long time.
And it's basically like the same with how do you call them, the pickaxes as well, right?
Yeah, but here's an interesting question, and I have yet to do the math on this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm going to say, Nick?
No.
I think I'm going to ask what you're going to answer, so I'm going to ask it.
Yes.
Does the rank of your quest influence how often a thing will break?
Ooh. No, that is not what I was going to
That's
ask.
an interesting question.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't matter at all. The question I was going to ask was, would the rank of the gathering item determine better or worse results from your feline mine? So using mega pickaxes versus old pickaxes.
Well, that's a most uncomfortable third question, and that's certainly true.
Are you saying I have a cat brain?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if you've really done all of your testing there, Christian.
I don't know, cause my entire time I've only used iron pickaxes and pickaxe shrooms, and I've gotten some pretty good results.
Well, I'm using only old pickaxes, and I get horrible results.
I mean, what we could do is we could do a run of 1,000 runs, 1,000 test runs using each one of them to create a running average of the average value of each mining result.
We'll each take 300. It'll be fine.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, but we need to use the same cats.
At the very least, I know that the affection has an effect on what they get.
You mean how well the cats are?
Yeah.
How much they like you.
Okay.
Like their hearts.
So then we could do mega pickaxes, old pickaxes, iron pickaxes, and mushroom shrooms, and each one of us do 1,000 runs each, recording the average value of each one.
Well, my test was the following. I'm always using old pickaxes because I bought like 100 pickaxes when I got the mine, and I'm using the pile up. Oh wow, we just cut the tail. We are so awesome.
That's
glad
never
you think
happened
so.
in the
And then he's limping. Look at that! How awesome we are.
This is so depressing. How long is this? Oh my god, this is like one of the longest quests we have ever done.
And I'm the only one. See, I'm the only one who didn't die.
Well, when I mentioned this to Shepard earlier, he's like, "What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that?" And it's for this exact reason.
Well, I was more confused about the extremely high level runs.
Oh,
By the
just
way-
to show how different it is.
Oh, it will be very different.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, and there's going to be a lot of editing in post. Oh yes.
Because one of the questions Anna asked about, or I remember Anna commenting yesterday on Twitter. She said something about high-level monsters and not being that high of a level. And I was trying to think of a way to say it. Like, the game gets easier as you go, even though you're wearing amazing armor. So, like, if you were wearing the armor that you have at HR, like, 5, trying to go against an Elatrion, oh, man. That
Oh,
would be...
you're just going to be pounded into paste, really.
But, like, I don't know. It kind of keeps up with it's got, like, for me, I think it has a perfect curve. Not a perfect curve, but it's like a, what is it, perfect correlation? I guess.
Oh, a linear increase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also there's like in Monster Hunter there's a game where you have so much choice. So every time you get stuck or something that doesn't work, you have always so many other things to try out.
Yeah, different weapons, different armor, different items. There's so many variables.
Yeah, what attracted you to the hammer, Anna? Or do you use other weapons too? But I've only ever seen you walking around with different hammers.
I have tried the hammer and I've tried the switch axe, and I honestly cannot decide which I like better.
Oh, it's the hammer.
It's a hammer.
Well,
It's the Lucky
with the
Charms.
hammer,
which make us
you
still
have
even.
to get you have to get a little bit closer to the monster, and I get slightly nervous with the
don't get
switch
nervous.
axe.
Yeah,
It
get nervous
feels
with
like
the
I can
switch
take a
axe.
step further back, but
Well, I just find with the switch axe that my credit rating drops, and I get less views whenever I use the switch axe.
Oh. I saw that you answered a question over on the Monster Hunter. Is it the wiki forums? When people were bad mouthing us because we keep making fun of switch axe and longsword users.
Look, it's because they're not old school. If they knew how many switch axe questions I asked in the first 18 episodes of this podcast, they would understand. All right, that's not 1, that's not 2, that's not 3, that's not 4, that's 4.5 months every week. Hey, what do you think about a switch axe?
Wait,
Tell me about switch axes. I got another question about switch axes. You know what I got? I got other questions I want to answer. Knock it off!
Should I use the Wiimote or the classic control?
I'm only Hunter rank 3, but can I play with you?
No! Stop asking! Leave me alone!
Oh, I think our Shepard exploded right there. Hey, but we survived!
It's Barroth time!
Yeah! Welcome back, and we are going to embark on this quest where we are going to find. Well, actually, Barroth is quite awesome, quite dangerous, isn't it?
Heading to destination.
Not really any more dangerous than any of the other things we fought.
Is this destination Barroth?
This is the final destination.
Destination Barroth. Oh God! Don't tell that. They all die in this movie. Haven't you seen the movie?
Oh.
Well, it's Barroth's final destination. He's the one that's going to die.
I'm collecting a specimen.
From Barroth? Which?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, he's following us on Twitter, by the way.
He is. So is Little Joe.
Okay, so Anna, have you fought the Barroth already?
yes, I have. I'm actually having trouble fighting him on the single player.
Yes, everybody does.
He is extremely difficult. He was one of the most difficult monsters I think I ever fought.
I think it's just like this how do you call it, like a trial, like like a rite of passage. You know
A little
what I
bit.
mean? All the monsters up until Barroth are you kind of muddled through, but with Barroth you suddenly have to block and dodge and stuff like that, or otherwise you just get smashed.
So my confession for this this mission is that I have never used a Greatsword in any Monster Hunter game ever.
No way, you're kidding me, right?
I really don't like the way the Greatsword plays. And when I did play Monster Hunter a lot, my friend Damon would always play as the Greatsworder. So he would get the tail, I would get the face.
Wait a minute.
And that's
You
what we did.
got pretty lazy when it comes to cutting tails then. You've never cut a tail before? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Is this your Monster Hunter confession?
That's my Monster Hunter Actually, yeah, it's a lot of Monster Hunter confessions going on right now. So if I don't hit anything at all in this with this weapon, is that going to be okay?
You hit me. Oh, that's cool.
You know what? I have the music off, and making a steak is so difficult right now.
What are you cooking?
Of course. I don't have any steaks, man. Hey, you're interrupting my. There we go.
I saved you, man.
No, you didn't.
You were gonna get
you just
trampled.
ruined my steak.
What come from me?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Oh, it's Noxella time.
No. it's lightning round time.
Yeah!
So here comes a question from Anonymous. Hi guys, my question is that do you think they should add dogs for pets in Monster Hunter? If you think so, then how should they differ from cats and Cha-Cha?
They're loyal and they don't run away like cats do.
They won't go off in the middle of the quest, go gather in a spot.
Also, they shouldn't have
You
any
to die.
skills.
Maybe they're slightly better at combat, but they're unable to steal things.
Oh, I know. You could train them, so you can tell them what are they supposed to do.
They'll
You're
fetch
saying
items
dogs
for
are
you.
honorable and cats are not?
Yes.
Yes.
I've never seen an honorable cat. I've only seen cats that hate me. Always.
Nick, you had this wonderful theory that cats represent some kind of a special caste in like Chinese or Japanese.
I really do think that the cats are kind of a sort of slap in the face from the old caste society in Japan.
Interesting theory. How do they?
Well, they-
It starts with a B and I can't remember the name of it right now.
Well, they're also your slaves. You have them working on a farm, doing things for you, and then you have them coming to help you in battle, but they don't really get anything out of it. They give you the items they collect.
You get points.
They live in a constant hell.
They get points. A good point.
Death and
Wait,
resurrection.
if they get points, are they living in the perfect world where gamification has taken over everything? Is it a critique on our society and where it's going?
Oh
Is that
man,
what the cats are?
Monster Hunter is like the best game ever.
Transmuted gamer score freaks. Transported from the past into the future, which is only Monster Hunter.
Hey, I mailed this letter and I got some corn. Do you want that?
This is the best lightning round question ever.
Okay, let's continue. Lightning round.
Okay, this question comes from Almighty Mouse. How did you guys get hooked on Monster Hunter? Did you one day say, why the hell not, and buy the game? Did your friend recommend it to you, and you took the advice? Did someone force you to play it? Tell me.
It was recommended in my treatment center to help kick my heroin habit.
Nice. They didn't recommend World of Warcraft?
No, they thought World of Warcraft would be too addictive. They needed something that was a little bit like methadone, but wouldn't make my teeth fall out.
When you're riding the H train, I don't know if the MH train is the best way to go.
Look, you're not the monster, all right? You're fighting the monsters now, okay? And look, it just gives a whole new meaning to chasing the dragon.
Oh my
wow.
god.
Please.
This is that you need the sad sound there.
Yeah, I wanted the controller and I just got the bundle and
You did not. How dare you?
Yeah, of course. I thought
Wow.
I thought I'd get the We Speak and the controller and a free game. And it turned out that the game was the best part of it.
I landed a level 3 charge, guys.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
it's
landed,
funny. It's funny you
gaming.
mentioned free game because for many subscribers to the European Nintendo magazine, they got a free copy of Monster Hunter Tri as well.
Oh.
I guess it didn't sell very well in Europe.
I don't know. I thought it seemed like very successful here. And well, I don't know.
Well,
So-
they had a ton of extra copies to give away. Whatever that means.
Well, maybe
What
they
about
tried.
Ant?
Yeah. What about you, Anna?
Oh, for me, it's someone that I follow online, Roy from Kotawari.org. He was playing it a lot and mentioning it, and that made me interested. So I figured I'd pick it up when I saw it cheap, and I ended up really liking it.
Okay.
Yeah, it did go down to like $20 at some point, right? On some sales.
Yep.
And was that with the Classic Controller Pro?
No, it wasn't.
I think that was
Which is
probably
why I
30.
have an off-brand
Yeah.
controller.
All right. Question answered. Next
Oh,
question.
what
Why-
about
why-
me?
why- why?
I don't get it.
Wait, you didn't say
wanna
you
answer
didn't
the
say
question.
Nobody wants to know your answer. Okay.
Go. Answer,
go,
lightning,
go.
lightning,
Answer.
fast.
All right.
Go.
All right. Okay. So I was visiting my friend Forrest in Houston, and I hadn't left my house in a really long time, so I was out doing stuff. And so he's like, Nick, you know what you need to play? Monster Hunter. And I was playing Final Fantasy 11 at the time, and I was like, you know what? I don't have a PlayStation here. He's like, well, just go get one. So I went and bought a Monster Hunter and a PlayStation Slim. This is the Slim had just come out,
Wow.
and played
mean-
it.
You mean like Monster
And
Hunter for
then-
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And that was the only game I ever played on my PlayStation Slim.
It just got significantly harder.
Don't be scared.
Whoa.
It just got real.
Guys, I got this.
You got it? Okay, good.
No problem at all. Just wait. Everything will be just fine. Everything is going according to plan.
Maybe if I ask another question,
Yeah, please do.
Yes.
You know what I need to
So-
do? Put down the
Then
trap.
another Raytheon will come and attack us.
We can only hope.
Oh, look,
All right.
she's already knocked out.
This question is also from Anonymous. So, when you die in a quest in Try, you lose 20 HR points at a time, correct?
Yes.
If you just make it to the next HR and you lose 11 points, would you go down an HR rank?
No,
You
you don't.
level down like Final Fantasy XI.
No, you
Aw,
can't, you can't
man.
level down.
I've never seen it, and we used to try, but
I-
we've never been able to pull it off.
I was pretty sure you could.
In the old Monster Hunters, you could.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know in the old ones you could. I assumed it was the same here. Oh, Barroth just got shot in the butt with a fireball. Oh, that was priceless.
Whoa. That was close. That was super close.
Okay, so then you have tested it, Nick, and there is no ranking down in Try.
I have not seen it, and we really tried.
Oh, and
it's
you know
really-
what? That might make sense, only because it'd be kind of weird to suddenly lose access to quests. Maybe I thought that was a bad-
no.
You're fine.
I don't
Everything
have
will
life powders
I
got life
I have
powders.
some.
because I didn't think I was allowed to have them.
There we go.
Okay.
Drush.
Next question. Not that we really solved that, but we
So-
kind of did.
Let's take a little break from the question.
Wise teachings, according to K.O. Han.
But this comes from Cookie the Lonely. Once while fighting Nargacuga, Keohan appeared, and the Narga turned and jumped into its hiding tree to get away. When it came down after he left, it handed me a bag of carbs and ran off the cliff.
Wow. Narga.
Here, take my arm! Just get him away from me!
Here are my carbs.
That's
Just take
incredible.
my brainstem. Just don't let him hit me anymore.
I just wanted to stop.
Alright, back to questions. Here's another question from Anonymous as well. In Portable Third, you can gather wood from the mountain stream area.
No!
And this is done-
Oh no!
Anna, don't go. Oh,
No!
we're just getting started.
Oh.
I think I know the answer to this.
Yes.
Keep
We're
going.
almost done with the
Okay.
barrel.
Mountain stream.
This,
Mixing errors aplenty tonight.
Yeah.
This resource you get by carving instead of mining or gathering or using your bug net. So would this type of gathering benefit from the carver skill or the gathering plus skill?
I am almost 100% certain that it is affected by the gathering skill.
Man, I was tempting
And
fate.
I'll explain why. I know, Nick, come on. You're not Icarus, okay? Or actually, you are!
He's Icarus.
You know, gathering affects mining, gathering affects gathering affects bug netting, so why shouldn't it affect gathering with a little knife from a piece of wood? So
But
I what's that?
It's the it does use the carving animation though. So
Ooh.
could
It's
it
tricky.
benefit from both?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, it's really something that needs to be tested. I mean, you know, you'd really need to have a lot of free time and a lot of animosity and hate towards yourself to want to test that.
but we can kind of make our predictions and then we can see who was wrong at the end.
We are talking about gamers here.
Well, I mean, this is the same community that got a mod off of the Capcom Unity forums removed because he thought paintballs did 1 point of damage, and they didn't. And that was the biggest point of drama that they had ever had on those forums before, and that person had to leave.
I have a hunch that Shepard was kind of involved in this.
I think so too. Did you plant that
And
seed?
they did.
How dare you! How dare you! Paintballs don't do damage! Haven't you ever tried to kill a cowboy with one before? No, you can't do it!
I just did it once and it worked.
No, stones do damage. Stones do
I
damage.
have a recording of it.
I've just never put it online.
That
Alright.
didn't work, Patty.
My uncle works at Capcom.
I had somebody actually tell me, like, they didn't like the way I said something in one podcast. Like, look, my uncle works at Capcom, okay? If you don't take that back, like, I'm going to get you banned. I'm like, really? He works at Capcom? Give me his information. I'd love to talk.
Lightning round.
Yeah.
Lightning round!
Oh, here's another question from Anonymous. Greatswords lose sharpness when blocking attacks. And what happens if you block a roar? Is it possible to lose some sharpness on your greatsword?
I have lost sharpness from roars before. Definitely.
No way.
They make
From
a
a
tinging
roar?
noise. Yeah. Look, you're blocking something. Look, I just broke someone's face off, okay? I'm an authority on this subject.
Where are you guys? Where are
Yeah,
you fighting this monster?
where are they?
I guess you're down here.
Do you see me? Do you see me, like, losing hell? He's
No.
No, really not.
like, I'm completely unconcerned. You're all like, nope,
Oh, there he is.
I don't know what's going on.
All right,
found
I'm gonna. Oh no, I ran out of meat.
Well, I'm going to try and get another KO off here.
You know, guys, I managed to burn 4 steaks and create 1 rare steak.
That is incredibly depressing.
That's super
The burn
depressing.
steak. You might be able to use it.
Yeah, I know, but still depressing.
It was an interesting little tidbit. If you had alchemy in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, you can combine burnt meats with poop and get yourself some raw meat.
How does that work?
Skill.
Ew!
You never pooped on a steak before?
Oh look, we cut the tail. That's awesome.
You never pooped on a steak and cooked it again?
No!
That's
Edible?
really gross. Is okay? Anna's still here.
Recycling.
She's currently retching.
So you can do this in Freedom Unite, really?
You combine dung and burnt meat.
I'm going to test this.
I'm gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna
To
do
make what?
I'm pretty sure it goes back to raw meat.
You need
It doesn't turn into tainted steak?
Nope. Nope. Look, there are certain cultures that eat cat excrement because
No, they
it has...
don't.
Yeah. Worms that grow in it.
Well, they eat the worms.
Yeah, but I mean, it's coated in something.
Coated in worm.
Well, there's the coffee beans that are collected from, is it monkey?
Yeah, no.
droppings?
That's what it is. Cats eat the coffee beans, and then you eat the coffee beans that have been passed from the cat.
So that's what I've been thinking about. When you eat like shrimps or something, you eat like the entire animal, so you also eat the poop that was in the animal.
Yeah.
Unless you clean the shrimp beforehand, but otherwise, yes.
But if you clean the shrimp, do you clean them like from the inside out? I mean,
Yeah, you're supposed to fillet them.
If you split the top of the shell, there's a little black line, and that's their intestines, and you
okay.
can pull that out, and then you get rid of it.
okay.
And you should do that, because otherwise it's kind of gross. Oh, I'm sorry,
Well,
Nick.
sometimes it's kind of sandy and gritty, but
Okay. That's why I
I'm
never
offended.
eat shrimps. It's too complicated.
Monster Hunter Poopcast!
It's just
This is an informative podcast. is what this
seriously. Okay, so the Barroth is like super. Oh, that was a little delayed throw there. But
Anyone see where he went?
I don't know.
He went this way.
Which way? He's
I wanna hit him with some bombs.
angry.
You can't bring bombs.
What?
I'm gonna put.
Axela said.
I'm gonna put him in a trap.
I didn't say anything about bombs. Bombs are low range.
I have bombs.
No.
You want to fight about bombs?
You wanna fight about it?
Yeah.
I wanna hear more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another question from Anonymous. If you have wide area +2 and recovery items up, do your teammates get the increased item bonus?
No, they do not. Because I've tested that. Well, I haven't tested it very scientifically, but I've noticed that it doesn't seem as if it ever makes any difference if you have that boost or not.
How about if both you and your teammates have the skill?
Ooh, that is interesting. Probably not.
I've trained him.
Oh, is he ready to be captured?
No.
Oh yes, he's ready to be captured. He's ready.
Oh.
He's ready. Capture him.
Yes!
Oh man.
All right, and so we're gonna fight one more.
Actually, here's an interesting idea.
He's into playing mind games, tail whips and monster calls. I've got a funny feeling this bird's gonna make me fall. purple feathers hovering above the ground. I want his armor set, so I'm going to take him down. He'll flap his wings and prance around while shooting squishy goo. He does his little butt dance and he sings a little tune. It's like he's taunting you. Alright, here we go, hunting the Quropeco. He'll make you run around, hunting the Quropeco. His chest is devil red and the tips of his wings are flintstones. He will wear you out, hunting the Quropeco. Hunting the Quropeco. Hunting the Quropeco. Woke up back at the base camp with a kitty cart in tow. I never saw what hit me, he must have called the Devil Joe. But even with my fruit skills gone, I must complete this quest. I'll drink my ancient potion and prepare to fight my best. This is going to be a test. Alright, here we go, hunting the Quropeco. He'll make you run around, hunting the Quropeco. His chest is devil red and the tips of his wings are flintstones. He will wear you out, hunting the Quropeco. Hunting the Quropeco. I'm hunting the Quropeco. He'll flap his wings and prance around while shooting squishy goo. He does his little butt dance and he sings a little tune. It's like he's taunting you. Come on! Alright, here we go, hunting the Quropeco. He'll make you run around, hunting the Quropeco. His chest is devil red and the tips of his wings are flintstones. He will wear you out, hunting the Quropeco. Alright, here we go, hunting the Quropeco. He'll make you run around, hunting the Quropeco. His chest is devil red and the tips of his wings are flintstones. He will wear you out, hunting the Quropeco. Hunting the Quropeco. I'm hunting the Quropeco.